this fucking
All right. Welcome to the stream. Before we get started, welcome. This is number 29, by the way. We are in Gangnam, Korea. Just got a few more weeks left before I go back to the States. And I'm going to be doing one of the greatest things that I can do in a Japanese or Korean convenience store. It's buy this cup of ice and then put a drink into it, which I just bought. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. They don't have Diet Coke, so. Welcome, Derpster Whale. That's right. That's right. Let me just pour this in there. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Oh, I can't even tell you how thirsty. This is gonna be so nice. Oh man. Oh man, I can feel it going down my, oh, I can't even wait. Oh, too much fizz. Come on. Come on. Oh, I couldn't get enough. My nose is too big. It's pushing back on the ice. Come on. Okay, I gotta wait a couple seconds, it looks like. Hello again, Glaceon. Ooh. Coke from Zero, that's right. Doesn't it look good? Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh, so thirsty. Oh my God. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go in for another round here. Well, then I'll properly start the stream. This is more pre-stream, guys. Oh God. This is why I'm alive. Not because it's kept me sustained. It's because it's so good I live for this. All right. Okay. All right. Welcome to the stream. It's been a great 2 days. Give me a second. I'm gonna put this. I got a couple things here I gotta do. Gotta throw this window here. And I gotta do a window up here. Actually, I don't need to. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna, since I have this monitor going on permanently. All right. All right. So, I'm in my final place. It's interesting that the desk is facing this way. I thought it was gonna face that way, so you can't see, like I have two beds. It's actually a really wide place, but it feels, maybe I'll change the position slightly to this way to get more of a background over here tomorrow, but this is what it is for now. This is my final place. I leave here on the 10th of October, so I have a little bit over, what, like 21 days left. Wait, does September have, nope, September only has 30 days, so I have 20 days left. And then I will go back to the States. So I'm actually looking forward to that too, because I kind of like America as well. Okay, let's start. Welcome to Polyglot Talks-a-lot, formerly known as Japanese Daily. But if you have questions about Japanese or questions about Korean, I can help you, probably. I'm not like a genius in Korean, but I do know some things. I'm not a genius in Japanese, but I do know some things. And if you ask me a question, I promise to try to keep it simple and give you the best answer I can give you, as if we were talking like friends on the back of a bus. And if for some reason I get it wrong, there's a lot of people that are listening, and they'll probably correct it in the comments. It is a nice room. It's a really great room, and it's like in a perfect location for me. So let's look at what we got here. Derpster Whale says, I need to get back into learning Japanese. I've been lacking motivation. The way you get motivation is really simple. The motivation comes from a small amount of discipline. So the example I like to give is, if you're waiting for motivation in order to study your Japanese, it's like waiting to sweat before you work out. It's the other way around. If you start your studies, you'll get motivated. That's how it works. It's one before the other. So you need to say, I am going to literally study for a minute every day. That's it. And that form of study could be something as simple as, let's say you have Japanese from Zero Book One, or you have FromZero.com subscription. You're going to either log into the website and go to the last lesson that you went to and stare at that page for just a minute, or you're going to open up the book to whatever bookmark you had and you're going to stare at that page for just a minute. You don't have to do anything. Just look at it for a minute. That's it. That's enough to get you to read a little bit, and maybe push you into 10 minutes, into 20 minutes, into 30 minutes, into an hour. That's what you're looking for, right? But the only thing you're required to do is a minute. And you can't feel bad about doing any less or any more than that. You can't feel bad about not doing any more. That's the key. Your success is, okay, I looked at the book. That's it. That's all you need. It works really well. You're laughing at Coke from Zero? That wasn't very funny. But I guess sometimes things hit you. Oh, God. Oh, so good. It's the ice, though, you know? The ton of ice makes it so cool. All right, let's talk about just my last 2 days. So I have two friends that I met over the last 2 days. One is Kelly, and Kelly is super fluent in English. I don't have any friends as good as her in English, like really good. And I met her when she was, I think, still in college, or at least still living at home. I don't remember the exact scenario. But I actually remember her having to because she was hanging out with me and like two other guys, and her parents wouldn't allow that. So she had to like find a random girl and get a picture with her to send to her mother, you know. But she's had issues with her mother apparently, but luckily that's not a problem anymore. But Kelly's just been this great friend. And I think it had been maybe even 5 years since I've seen her. I hadn't really hung out with her. I guess I didn't connect with her last time or whatever. So I said I was coming to Korea. She said, you got to come hang out and come see my new place. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. She said, I'm doing really well right now with my streaming. I'm like, really? I want to hear about it, because she was just a student the last time I saw her. And, you know, we might get deep tonight, guys, but it's so hard to find someone that actually does something. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people are coasting by or doing a job, but for someone to build a business, and I'm not insulting you if you have a job. I'm a little bit insulting you, but not a lot, just a little bit, because I have just an ounce more of respect, right? Just an ounce more. If someone builds a business, it's like, wow, you did it, you know? So she said, yeah, you have to come check out my sound booth. So I packed my gear up after class. Actually, my gear was like my bag with my phone charger and my gimbal, you know, my DJI. And I went to Hanam, and I wasn't expecting Hanam to be so amazing. This city it's a planned city. It was like built on a plan. And I know you Americans, someone made that comment like, these Americans get all excited over a planned city, a walkable city. I'm like, yeah, we do. We don't have that in America. We don't have cities designed for human beings. They're designed for cars. So it's super refreshing for me to see this Hunnam city, the most beautiful city I think I've ever been to. I absolutely fell in love with it. So I did a live stream from there on my shaky camera before I had my stabilizer. Anyway, so I did that live stream. That live stream was kind of a bargain. I did that live stream. It was like a bargain with Kelly. We're going to call her Kelly, even though she has a Korean name. Kelly, when we were eating dinner, I said, yeah, as long as I get back by, 11, I have a class tomorrow. So I want to make sure I catch the final train because it's like an hour away. She's like, what? Why don't you just stay at my place? I'm like, I don't have anything, so I'm just going to go back. And she's like, seriously? I took the day off? I swear to God, this is how she's saying it. I'm not even like exaggerating. She was like, I went through the trouble to take the day off, so why don't you stay the night? We'll hang out. And then tomorrow, like, I'll show you more of the city. I'm like, it was interesting to me because the way she said it, I think it was a little bit more involved the way she said it. I don't remember the exact words, but it felt like me throwing a little bit of a guilt someone's way when they don't do something that I want. And I loved it. I took it. I was like, you know what? All right. I said, as long as I get back, by 10. And she says, well, I don't know. You could cancel your class too. And I'm like, I could cancel. You know what? I'm going to cancel my class. So I texted my teacher. I said, hey, I can't go in tomorrow. But what I'll do is either we'll do a makeup day or we'll just add 15 minutes to the class for like 4 days. And she said, no, that's fine. We'll just add 15 minutes for a few days. So that's what I'm doing. I'm actually excited for the extra 15 minutes. And then I just went with it because I said I was going to do this more when I come to Korea. Like when I come to Korea, I kind of do self-experiments. And one of those experiments, this trip is similar to one I did before, where I don't decide the restaurant. I let someone else decide the restaurant if we're together. And I give them sort of guidelines like, hey, I don't like, fish or, I don't want to do this type of food specifically, but whatever else you decide, I'm fine with. So I did that. Anyway, wait, why did I say that? I don't even know why I said that. Give me a second. Why did I say that? I don't know why I said that today. I think I was more thinking of today, not yesterday. Anyway. So anyway, she shows me her place, right? And she said she had a sound booth. And when you think she has a sound booth, you're like, it's like a 2 foot by 2 foot little thing she can walk into to record some stuff. No. She spent $20,000 on a sound room that literally was built inside her apartment. It's amazing. I was so blown away. She is the most technical woman I've ever met. Like the most able to understand technology woman that I met. I'm so like, my daughters understand it. Not as good as her though. Like she built, just crazy. And I'm like, oh, what's that? What's your PC? 4090. Like 4090? I don't even got a 4090. She's way above me in sophistication for tech. But it was just nice to be able to talk to her about tech, So anyway, I canceled the class. I stayed the night. We talked to her till like 3 a.m, and then I was like, I gotta sleep. I'm gonna die, right? So I slept, woke up, and then I was trying to told her I wanted to get a stabilizer. So she's like, well, there's this place called Starfield where we could go. And this was an amazing mall. But here's what was fun about, okay, the mall was fun because they have dogs walking in it. It's like they let dogs in there. They even have little bags if your dog poops on the floor like you're in a park. And it was just really kind of surreal. I felt like I was in a whole other dimension. And anyway, what was fun about shopping with Kelly is she's just like me. She's like, oh my God, should I get this? I gotta get this. And she was the same thought process as me in buying tech. And she was like, you know how sometimes you take someone to shop and you're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, just give me a few minutes. We're both like, I'm like, because I was buying the stabilizer, I said, hey, sorry, I don't want to, no, she's like, I'm having fun, don't worry about it. And then when she was buying things, she was saying, she looked like she was trying to rush. I'm like, hey, don't rush. I literally am having fun. I love shopping for tech. So we bonded on that. So Kelly is one of those, a different type of a friend. I was really reflecting on my 4 friends, the 4 headless horsemen. What are they called? The 4 horsemen, right? Of my friendships here in Korea. They're all so unique. Kelly is my business tech bond. You know, they're all like a different dude. If I could get all 4 of them to be one person, oh my God, they'd be super best friend. Anyway, yeah. So I think I was there until like 4. Yeah. Just so much fun bonding with her, you know, catching up over the last 7 years and talking about her hardships, talking about how she got into her business, you know, and it's just like, it's interesting, you know, that everybody that succeeds seems to have a hardship story involved, like something they have to get over, some like limitation in themselves or limitation in their physical actual life, not inside their head, you know? Kind of interesting. Now, I don't know why me and Mi-kyung are friends. She's such a different person. She's not technical. She's the most positive person I know. Not that my other friends are not positive. It's just I don't think she knows how to be negative. Like I said to her one day, I was like, I didn't eat anything all day. Or no, I didn't leave all day. I slept all day, which is like, sounds like you have depression, right? She goes like, oh, so your condition's not good? That's not negative. It was just like supportive. It was like, oh, it seems like your condition's not good. I'm like, it's kind of nice. It feels nice, you know? But she doesn't speak any English. So she's the one that I have to really try to speak to most. We met at a meetup. And, or no, I think we met on Hello Talk. I don't remember anymore. It was like 6-7 years ago. But yeah, we went and sang karaoke. We had noraebang tonight. And I have never been to noraebang with her. I've been to the movies with her, but never to noraebang. So it's kind of fun. She sings really cheerfully, but she breaks rules. She breaks rules of karaoke that were a little bit... Well, I was surprised at this, but I guess Koreans don't have these same like manner rules. Like, don't put 2 songs in together. You put a song and I put a song in. You put a song and I put a song in. It's not you put a song in, and then as you're singing, you don't pick up the remote and search for another song while you're singing. You don't do that. But if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So I did it too. But then, you know, we were talking about, I said, well, what's your dream? What was her dream? You know, I'm trying to remember what her dream was. I don't even remember. I'm a horrible friend. It wasn't something like get married or anything like that. I think it was travel. Oh my God, I'm gonna remember. Because I did that, because the next question I asked her was, well, if you had unlimited money, where would you go? She said England. She wants to go to England. I think she used to like a guy from England though. And I know she liked a guy from Germany at one point. Because when I first met her, she had like a German book with her. Anyway, yeah, and then tonight, and I realized like every time I meet Mi-kyung, I learn more about her and I see her as a more complex person. So it seems like me thinking that Mi-kyung is simple is just because I don't have the vocabulary to have a conversation unassisted with English every now and then, right? Or the backup language of English. So Mi-kyung was like I said in my previous pre-live stream, she writes poetry and I was really impressed with it. I really liked it. It was like really raw, you know, from a girl that she had broken up with some guy. I think he was Korean, and that boy was, I think he fell in love with a Japanese girl. So tonight I was like, well, where do you want to eat? We could do Japanese. She goes, no Japanese. No, don't do Japanese. It was either Japanese, it was only Korean or American was all she was willing to eat. I was like, okay. And I could tell by the way she said it that there was like, at first I thought it was racism towards Japan. I didn't think it was like, you know, unrecorded love. But once I read I read the first part, she read the second part of her poem, I was like, oh, okay. Japan kind of like stole her boyfriend. So that's why she has a bad memory with that. So again, every time I meet her, a little bit more depth comes from Mi-kyung. The only one I have met, well, actually, there's more friends than that. Tomorrow night, I'm meeting with my friend Chris. Chris is an American that's lived here for like 15 years, maybe. He's dated a million Korean girls, so I get to hear a lot about his adventures. You know, I lived through him vicariously. But he's an English teacher here. I gave him my bicycle just to watch, but it's basically been 5 years, so it's his bicycle now. I bought a bicycle one trip. But I'll meet him tomorrow, and then I got to meet my other friend, Irang. Irang has a baby now, so I get to see the baby. Oh my God, I'm so excited. She's a harder one to explain friendship-wise. She's beautiful. When I first met Irang, it was like a movie. Okay, so I met her sister, who called herself Sabrina. I met her sister Sabrina at a meetup, right? It was like one of my really early on meetups, and Sabrina was super nice. She came from Busan. I was learning so much about Korea from her. And I said, well, you're going to be at the next meetup. She said, I'm not going to be, but my sister will be here. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, I'll tell her to say hi to you. I'm like, oh, that'd be nice. So I'm sitting there. I got there to the early, and I'm like sitting in a seat where I can kind of like see the people coming in. And I see this beautiful girl in a red jacket. And I'm looking at her. I feel like I told this story the other day. I'm going to tell it again, though. I'm looking at her from behind. I'm like, wow, she's really attractive. And then she does this thing where she like turns around. But in my mind, it was like a turnaround. And it was like this slow motion where the hair goes, and the jacket goes. And she looks at me. And she says, Georgie, are you George? I'm like, yes, with my high-pitched teenager voice. I am George. Yeah, it was her. And she's super nice, super friendly. And then she introduced me to her friend, Suyeon. I wonder what happened to Suyeon. I haven't seen her in a while. Suyeon was really cute, so I called her Japanese girl all the time. I don't know why. That doesn't seem like to make sense. It almost seems rude. If you're cute, I think you're Japanese. It almost seems rude. But she took the joke. She took it. But yeah, Imi Nang, I've had some seriously good conversations with about life. She believes in God very strongly, and you know me, I don't believe in God. So one day we were having coffee, and I was like, "Can I ask you a question?" She's like, "Yeah, anything." Like, why do you believe in God? Like, God allows. By the way, I'm not going to get into the religious discussion. I'm just going to tell you what I said. I'm just relaying the story. God, there's no, thou shalt not rape in the 10 Commandments. And God allowed a lot of people to die in the Bible, even though he could have stopped it. And he even killed people in the Bible. Why would you want to believe in a God like that? And I've asked that question to other people and it just got into heavy debate. But she said, because I'm afraid. Never heard such an amazing answer. It shut me up right away because it was so raw. And I just I teared up thinking about how vulnerable of an answer that is, and honest. And it's who would say that? You believe in God because you're afraid. So much respect for that answer. I have a lot of fun memories where we went to what are those creatures? There was like a baby wallaby at this one place. It was like one of those animal cafes. I'm trying to remember. Meerkat. It was a meerkat cafe, and you can go into a small section of the store. We both went in and we sit down, and you have to take everything out of your pockets. Can't have your phone. No, you can have your phone. You can't have anything in your pockets though, and you can't have like hair stuff in, and you can't have like a watch. The meerkats are all over you. They crawl all over you, and they stick their nose in your pocket, and they're stealing stuff if they can get it to steal stuff. Such a fun day. She took me there. I've had like countless dinners with her. Now she's married, has a baby, so it's gonna be a different experience. I have one other friend that has babies, but I've never met the babies. Actually, no, Reed has babies, but I met one of his daughters. But it's a little bit different because Reed's American. I don't know if it counts. It's like, I don't know if it counts. But Jiyoon, who co-wrote Korean from Zero as well, she has babies. But no, I'm excited to meet Imi Nang in this stage of her life. She's really special to me. Yeah, and hopefully maybe I can meet someone new this time too, a new friend. But so far, the one guy that I would like to foster as a friend is this guy that I met 2 days ago, the Korean guy named Travis. I don't know his real name is, but he seems so cool. Like, I want to have more conversation with him. All right, let me scroll up here. You can burp. It's all right. Was I holding back a burp? Was I? First, I just saw that you don't have to hold it back. And I was like, was I getting ready to say something? And he felt it, and then I didn't say it. And he's like, here's the thing. I'm actually in love with... I've already said I'm in love with all of them, right? Cosmo says, how's your relationship with your friend Kathy? That's not going well, guys. Kathy has, I'm going to say maybe past tense because I don't know anymore, was my best friend for 10 years. But we had a falling out about 2 months ago, maybe, you know, and I got angry. She got angry. I said some mean stuff. And even though I apologized, I think I broke it. So it is what it is. It's my character, though, to not think about it. I just throw it out of the way. I don't want to. I already reached back to her a few times, trying to make it normal again. But her answers are short and not indicative of wanting to continue a conversation. I even sent her pictures when I first arrived in Korea. It's still just like, yeah, I think I killed that relationship. To be fair, it was my fault. It is what it is, though. I mean, your life ends up getting littered with friendships you used to have. You know, I'm just going to cherish the ones I still have, even if I meet them only once a year or once every 4 years in this case. George, it seems that you're a jobophobic. Yeah, I don't like jobs. I don't like jobs. George, to a person who started a business, you made it. George, to a person who started a business. Well, I don't know where you're going with that one, Hetchy. I don't know. Is it me saying you made it or you saying it to me that I made it? I definitely made it, but she made it as well. And it's just like, it's such a rarity. See, Kathy made it too. Kathy's another person that I'm actually proud of. I'm proud to know a person like Kathy. I'm proud to know a person like Kelly. It doesn't mean that if you have a job, I'm not proud of you. It just means, and not that you need my pride. You're not doing anything for my pride. I have that feeling, right? If you have a job, that's what everyone does. That's the normal path, because that's what we learn in school. We learn in school, get a job. The hardest thing, from my perspective, is starting a business and having it succeed and then maintaining it. I'll tell you right now, she runs her streams way better than I run my video stuff. Like it's well oiled, and I need to learn from her, but I won't. Let me just say that I won't. I already know. I don't think I'll be as good as her. I didn't say it earlier, but that shirt is fire. Thanks. I love this shirt. I also love V-necks. I bought this in Japan. I have a white one as well. Though Kelly told me, I had this, you didn't get to see this shirt too much. I have a shirt that I bought in Japan with eyes all over it. And Kelly just straight up told me, she's like, you like that shirt? I go, I kind of love this shirt. She goes, oh, I don't like it. It's not a good shirt. I'm like, oh, well, if you'd have let me go back to Gangnam, I would have changed up, but you made me stay here. Now I've got to wear it 2 days in a row. Okay, Kyle says, I realized I need to work on listening more. My reading is decent, and therefore I use that if there's subs. Yeah. If you're looking at subs, you're not going to hear anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to replace this drink with something else. There is one thing I want to do though in these streams. I want to try to plan them out a little bit. Like And now it's time for us to watch some Japanese news and react. News reactions. Because I think we hit the jackpot when we saw that guy marrying the anime character. That'd be fun to do that. Glaceon finished book 2. Congrats. I keep sending message before I meant to. Ah, yes. Anyway, finished book 2. Great book. Looking forward to book 3. I'm going to do book 1 and 2 review before diving in. Do you really need to do a review? Do you really need to? I don't think you need to. I think you just hit book 3 right away. Raghav says, hi again. Sorry, I had to join late again. I had to have my dinner. I was waiting for you, brah. I almost didn't start without you, brah. I'm glad you're here now, brah. Total K-drama moment. I have to remember back to what I said. Was it Imi Nang? Yes. Yeah, when I met her. I swear to God. I always thought that was like cliche, but I saw it that way. It's like, just like, so beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say this. This is going to be a weird thing to say. There's way more beautiful girls than her when you're walking down the street. But there was something about her face that made her really beautiful to me. Like, not like traditionally beautiful. I can't explain it. Like, something hit me like wow. And you see it in the drama, so you're like, man, if I was single, holy moly, that was the moment. That was the moment. I was like, wow. Also, if I was younger. or if she'd have me. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Yeah. Yeah, that, look, the Kathy thing is unfortunate, but I can't change it, and I don't have the energy to change it. And I know Kathy is not going to come back to me. Is not her personality type to, not stubborn or anything like that. She also doesn't care. She's like, okay, that's over, I guess. That part of my life's over. That's how she's feeling right now. Maybe, I don't know. She might just say, this happens a lot too, where like I read into something that isn't read into. She's like, oh no, I just didn't say anything back. Everything's fine. Like she'll probably say, like that could happen too. Kyle, I can't tell you what her streams are like. I can't talk about it because she's actually now fairly well known in the community that she's in, and she doesn't show her face, and she's overly paranoid about getting found out, like a face reveal or where she lives reveal, and it would just make her life difficult. So she's very careful. So I don't want to even talk anything about, like, I've been giving you like zero info, and I haven't even remembered her channel name. Like, not on purpose. I was trying, but I couldn't remember it. Like, there was actually a cool thing that she did, and I was like, oh man, I want to watch that on stream with people. And she's like, no, you can't. I was like, okay. She's worried. Very, very worried. Kyle says, kind of reminds me of the Always Sunny podcast. For the first couple of them, they really didn't have structure for anything. Well, you know, I've already done hundreds of stuff like this, but I never have structure. Steven says, it could also be cool if it was a general topic in advance so that it gives us time to formulate questions. What I was trying to do was not have a topic, you know, I don't want to prepare a live stream. I just want to get on and talk. That's what I want to do. That's what the name is reflecting. It's Polyglot Talks-a-lot. It could also be cool if we... Oh, I just read this thing again. Joshua says, hey, George, what have you been learning in your Korean classes there? Oh, thank you. You reminded me. So the last class, which was 2 days ago, I started asking, like, what are some good, like, Korean dad jokes? Like, jokes that are, like, punny, like a pun joke. And I couldn't even say rhyme, so I was trying to figure out how to say rhyme, like it rhymes, or it has a similar sound in another word. And then I made up one. I made up one to explain what I'm looking for. So here's my first ever debut on the stream, Korean joke that I made. It won't be funny unless you know Korean. And I'm going to explain it after I tell you the joke. So I'll ask it in English, even though it should be in Korean. When you're looking for a man, 남자, okay, 남자, where should you go? That's the riddle. 남자, okay? The answer is 남쪽 or 남쪽으로, towards the south. 남쪽, direction of south. It's the same nam in namja, but a different Hanja character, a different Chinese character. Then she understood, and then she gave me this joke, which apparently every Korean knows, but Mi-gyong didn't know it. Everyone else did. So it goes like this. Where do almonds go? What happens when an almond dies? So it's like, almond도 죽었을 때 어떻게 돼요? Something like that. I don't remember the exact. I have to look at my notes. Like, what happens when an almond dies? So it's almondo, right? The answer is diamondo. Almond, right? But you say diamond. It's a really bad one. It's a really bad one. But Mi-gyong didn't know it, and it worked. And then, okay, I got one more. Now, I don't know if Reed's here. He's probably not because it's super late. It's super late my time. I don't know what time it is there. So this is my second official Korean joke. This one, I think, is top notch. Okay, I'll have to explain the grammar and I'll have to explain the animal. So it's 동물이 oh my god, 동물이 동동령 될 수 있어요? Can animals become the president, like, of a country? And the answer is no. And I say, 돼지. Now, 돼지 means pig. But the way I said it means, but they can, right? Oh, it's more like 될 수 있지. But 돼지, it makes sense. It works, I think. That joke gets a little bit of a, which is what I want. So I'm going to tell my teacher tomorrow, see if we can't improve that joke. Stephen Green says, it could also be cool. Oh my God, I just read the same thing again. You guys aren't commenting anymore. Okay, Jun says, can taisetsu and daiji be interchangeable, or does daiji have a stronger meaning? In some cases, perhaps they can be interchanged, but for example, odaiji ni, they say, take care. With odaiji ni, but taisetsu means like important, right? And daiji means important. Weirdly, I personally don't think I ever say taisetsu na, but I think they're pretty interchangeable in most cases. Daiji na hito, taisetsu na hito. To me, back of the bus, they seem the same to me. And honestly, for me to know what differences, I'd have to look it up. And I bet if I called my wife right now, I bet that's what she would say as well. What time is it? It's 9:04 a.m. It's still too early. And plus, I'm getting tired. I need another drink in me at least. Give me a second. I'm gonna get a drink from the fridge. Oh yeah, that would work in Japanese. Diamondo. Kind of works. I mean, Gleason, when we make the books, we always make sure we add a bunch of the same words from book 1 and 2. We specifically make examples using the words we learned in the prior books. Obviously, like, you can choose your path, but I think it's more beneficial just to get through book 3. Jump through the books as quick as you can.
I'm not sure I understand.
You don't need to understand. You'd like to get notebooks that match the book's color? I'm just built different. I should make them. Earn another few bucks with super expensive notebooks print on demand. With like the chibi characters on them. Raghav says, when a person is famous in their community, it becomes difficult to be private and not get attention all the time. Yeah. And so she's being uber careful, and I respect that so much. And I'm a little bit jealous. Although I kind of like the attention. I'm not like her. She doesn't want the attention. I don't mind it, Because my love language is words of affirmation. Yes, George Trumpley, Kyle. I wonder, I still to this day don't know who was running that. It might have been, I thought it could have been Burnt Rolls, but Burnt Rolls would have had memes up there. Thanks for the clarification on Karai Tsurai, by the way. My lyrics came out great. Good to hear. I really love this Adeline Pake's. These songs that she has are pretty dang good. I play them unironically when I'm not streaming. Because they're just stuff I found on Epidemic Sound. I just found, there's a Korean person. And then I just put her name in and I got all of her songs to put together on a list. And then I made a playlist for Spotify. So nice. I'll give you guys a copy of it. Hang on. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm going to share this with you guys. Hang on. Here you go. Yeah, Korea's great. I definitely realize I come to Korea. I said this the other day, but to meet the people that I know. Now, I wonder if I go to Vietnam or Thailand, could I duplicate what I've done in Korea? Am I now too old? Do they have the same way of meeting people that I could meet like I met here? Are they the kind of people that are like that? Would I meet 4 horsemen? I don't know what to call these 4 lighthouses in Korea. I don't know what to call them. Like the Korean Adele? Shinsei? Shinsei? You mean, sensei. I read that wrong. Sensei. I don't know why I read it as Shinsei. I gotta get my glasses reading. I guess it could be she if it takes the 2 final strokes off of se. Shinsei. Oh my God, what's happening with me? It's not like there's, literally I was already reading one as se. Why would I not read the first one as se? I'm just tired all of a sudden. I got all these blisters on my feet from walking around. God. I took a shower. Too much sweat. Raghav, I would go to North Korea. I really have a fantasy that North Korea becomes democratic, but because they don't want to have an influx of people going from one side to the other, they keep the countries as separate countries, but North Korea gets a massive amount of construction and, just like a rebuilding, right? In the unification. But they have, I would hope they have like a 25-year unification plan so as to keep, things not crazy, but that I could go to North Korea and duplicate what I did in Korea. That'd be really awesome. Yeah, I guess the caffeine worked in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't feel like I have a lot to say anymore tonight. Where did I put that? I am going to pop these damn blisters or they're killing my feet. Do I have a tissue or something? Oh my God. All of a sudden, I'm just really hitting me. I guess this place doesn't have tissues anywhere. Hang on. I don't think they have a map thing here in Korea. I don't think that app exists. Where you throw a dart. I don't want to travel anymore. I'm done. I'm just gonna chill in this apartment. I'm not bored. I'm fine right where I am. Oh my God, this blister is so big. Ow. Oh, this blister was already popped. Okay. It's just sensitive, I guess. Dude, my feet are so nasty. Almost dead. Like I'm not even like cutting off the dead skin because I want to keep it there so that I don't get another blister. Like I'll get like a mani-pedi when I go back to the States. Okay. These are all dead blisters. Oh no, that's a new one. Maybe not. Oh, my feet hurt so bad. Oh, I finally got one. Sorry, guys. Oh, you mean the quiz thing? Sorry. I thought you meant like throwing a dart at a place to go in Korea. I'm gonna do the quiz thing another day when I'm not exhausted again. That was a quite embarrassing performance the other night. Ow, ow, ow. 굿즈즈래. Sorry if anyone's like listening in your car. This is the most boring live stream because I'm not talking constantly. So today I did buy something I wasn't planning on buying. I bought Pokemon cards for Korea. I feel like that's kind of cool. I bought these. And I bought these. And I was surprised. I didn't realize this was going to be a box that popped out. But apparently, like, there's no awesome cards in here, but like it's a set of 60. So there. I'll never open them. I'm just going to own these unopened packages because why not? Cool, guys, huh? Yeah. Just, I don't want you to like get stuck in one spot. You should have a mindset of constantly going forward. I'm not opening them, no. Because if I don't open them, I can always dream about what's inside them. No, I did not get those Korean JLPT books. I haven't been back to Gyobo since then. I actually forgot about those books. Now you reminded me. but they are really good looking books for like just all of the information in one spot, and the fact that it's all in Korean is nice. It gives me like a laddering effect. Glaceon says, one thing I did with book one was print out all the vocabulary and put them in book one notebook for a quick reference. I'll do the same with book two. With Anki, I learned all the locations of the states and their capitals in like 3 days. I was testing to see if the app is actually effective or a placebo. Here's the thing. Will it stick a month from now, 2 months from now? Good luck. Man, I don't know if it's worth even keeping the stream up. I probably should sleep. I'm either really thirsty or getting a cold. I've been around so many people, I'm really worried that I'm gonna get COVID. I'm probably just thirsty. I haven't been drinking enough. I've never gotten COVID yet either, so I don't want that. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. All right, guys. No, I'm not, dude. No, I'm not gonna. I mean, it becomes immediate trash if I open up one of these. You know what I mean? And then I'll have to buy another one to replace it because I want 3. You know. There's 7 cards in here, I guess. But these are hard to get in America, apparently. Guys, I'm gonna go. So I will see you guys tomorrow.